Yeah.
We all tried it with impulse spray bottles, though, didn't we?
No, and they're really big. I don't know how you handled that.
They're not that big.
Didn't you use your sister's impulse spray?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Group hug.
Hi guys and welcome to the internet. I've got a story for you.
Okay.
The other day we were on a dog walk and Rosie picked up poo. I was on the phone and was talking to someone else, so I couldn't warn her about what was happening, but Rosie's hand went straight through the poo bag onto bare skin.
I was just fingering the poo, basically.
But like,
And it got impacted under my nail.
But like-
and I didn't know. And then it was also all over my hands.
for like 5
I was just like rubbing
Do you
it.
know what was funny? I was on the phone and I saw you clutching several times. And
It was so big I couldn't fit it all in the bag.
I was like,
You just went Rosie! Like that, and I was like, what?
your face,
It was all over.
your face, you did this, you went.
I did that twice this week.
Rosie,
I know.
tell them about the first time. Don't say you did it a second time.
Okay.
This week, Rosie and I thought it'd be fun to read some of your lesbian confessions. I
I
haven't
said
read
it.
any of them.
I know.
What's your biggest bisexual confession?
I think you guys know all my confessions. I mean, I wrote a book about it over here.
Have you ever masturbated in a garage because you were locked out?
No, but I have
Me
at
neither.
university and
Me
at
ne-
work.
And at work?
Is it illegal?
Nah, it didn't happen. Nah.
It's okay, you're in garage though. Anyway, the other day, Rose was dry humping me and she stopped in the middle of it, looked at herself in the mirror and went, "Do I look good?" "Yeah." And then carried on. That's what I'm working with. That and my own poo pores. I'm really angry at you for making the same mistake because don't you remember that years ago?
Yes, I remember.
And it ruined everything.
Didn't ruin everything.
It did. It fell out right in the proper moment. You're meant to be focusing on the task at
You know what?
hand.
You're right. I should just
Not
have sex.
looking
I
at
should
the-
just have sex with me.
Yeah, in the
Clearly
garage.
what I want.
Yeah.
All right.
My dentist has put elastic bands on my braces, so not only is it real hard to talk, but my elastic bands have stained yellow. Now it looks like I've got golden teeth.
Who's gold chain now? Yeah, that's right.
Me.
That straw's not going to help you. They're already brown.
Right, let's get into the confession. There was a clear theme as always,
Okay.
but it wasn't sex.
Really?
It was sex with oneself.
That makes sense. Isn't that funny how I said my own confession
And you
it
didn't
seemed-
know.
I didn't even know.
Some of them are shocking, some of them are sweet.
What are you going to start with?
I'm going to start with shocking.
Okay.
I used to use my stepmother's toothbrush with a plastic bag over the head to masturbate. Things went well until she kind of caught me. I was sure she didn't see anything until she bought a new toothbrush. I mean, you've got to have balls to even anonymously confess that.
I haven't breathed in the last 2 minutes.
I mean, it's your stepmother's toothbrush. I mean, was your stepmother hot? I assume it was an electric toothbrush.
Oh, really? Oh, like that?
I mean, that works.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That works very well.
Right. Did you have some kind of grievance with your stepmother? I feel like you'd have to, right? Because that
Maybe
is-
she's in
that
love
is-
with her and that's why it's a lesbian confession. And she's a stepmother, so technically that's okay. Shocking, right?
I'm actually a little bit speechless.
That confession makes me feel bad about myself because sometimes I question my choices in
Really?
life.
What,
and,
like what?
And then I hear that and think,
You're
I'm not
okay.
that bad. Yeah.
We all tried it with impulse spray bottles, though, didn't we?
No, and they're really big. I don't know how you handled that.
They're not that big.
Didn't you use your sister's impulse spray?
No.
Yeah, you did. It's really dangerous. What if it exploded inside you? It's an aerosol.
Hey, that was your confession, not mine. We've all put things in there that we regret.
Yeah,
I mean,
we do.
mostly you and men, but mostly me and, like, you know, perfume. What is our channel?
I don't know.
Never do I.
I don't know how we ever get spawned. Still do though.
Next one.
When I was in high school, my sex drive was out of control. I started wearing skirts just so I could touch myself in class without drawing attention. Right, I'm going to say something really sexist.
Whoa.
Really sexist.
Oh my god, what? Wait.
It's hot when women do it.
So what you're saying is it's perfectly acceptable for women
It's
to
not
masturbate
really
in public
acceptable,
on the
sorry.
sly, but not men. Problematic.
I've got plenty more masturbation confessions lined up. I was excited about it.
I remember my first sex education lesson about lesbians, and back in
You had
2000.
one about lesbians.
Very briefly. Mrs. Bonfield said, yeah, so when lesbians have sex, they like put their stuff together and rub, and I was like,
Oh, Mrs. Bonfield has a lot to learn. I mean, there's an element
well,
of
some
that. but-
might. There's some might.
Yeah.
But she didn't go into the details, but she tried, and I appreciated that.
I gave a guy a blowjob for $300 so I could afford to take my ex-boyfriend out on our 1-year anniversary.
Do what you have to do to get that dollar.
So you'd be happy if I gave someone a blowjob for $300?
Is that
so I
what
could
you're
take
telling
you
me?
out?
That you've done that? You've done. Was that you? Is that what you've done? Is that you've done it? You dirty bitch.
I've never received cash, but
Not even when I threw that money in your face post it one time. Why are you angry now?
Because I'm remembering that an ex-boyfriend left money for me one time and I was so offended. We'd had sex and we had a fight, and so he tried to give me some money and I was like, you're the worst person.
You dated some real pieces of shit, didn't you?
No. I'm a female and became addicted to masturbation as a coping method. I once orgasmed 83 times in one day. I wish I was exaggerating. Literally spent the entire day in bed masturbating minus bathroom breaks. I think that woman has probably achieved a world record.
That's amazing.
And it makes me feel very sore.
It makes me feel sore. My record is 4.
That's too much for me. It makes me literally go like this.
I think she needs to try and break that I'm going to try and break it right now.
Oh, it's honestly, that's too painful for me.
I always find that the first one could be really good, but the second one's always the best.
And what about your third one? That's just for the sake of it.
This is, yeah.
Standard. I'm like, no one touched me for a good hour afterwards.
Yeah, that is really funny.
I'm
when you
so
do that.
sensitive.
It's like it happens and then you're like,
Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. I can feel your eyes raised.
Like, Rosie, just go
Look
away.
at it. Close them. Avert them. The weirdest date I ever had was when I threw a fake wake for my former roommate. He wasn't really dead, but moved to London, so we all knew we'd never see him again. I also had a crush on this girl he had been speaking to, so I kind of turned it into her first time with a woman.
Wait. Let's break this down.
So,
do they know he's not really dead?
That's unclear. That remains unclear.
I like that. That's still unclear.
But you know, like that saying, like, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, did it make a sound? They all knew.
I never heard that before. Did you just make that up?
Yeah, you have heard
I've
that.
never heard that before. Of course it makes a sound. Birds would fly. Duh.
No, if nobody in the world is around to
It
hear
makes a sound.
So the guy who left, who wasn't really dead,
Yeah.
and this girl who threw the funeral wake,
Yeah.
turned it into her first time with a woman.
Right,
So
I
they
love
fucked
that.
at the wake.
I think that's great. I think it's the best story I've
It's
ever
her
heard.
first time with
It's
a
the
woman
best
at a wake.
story I've ever heard.
You're gonna like the next one. I'm bi,
Yep.
but every time
I thought you said I was going to like it.
But every time I have sex with a girl, I spend the next 3 weeks, specific, wondering if I'm actually a lesbian just because it's so much better.
Well, I mean, we need to look at this kind of like objectively. Lesbian. It is better.
You can be bi and still have better sex with women.
No one cares about that. We jest about being biphobic because everybody is secretly, which is terrible and not true. Problematic thing to say. But I think that it's different for every bisexual, isn't it? Some people might love having sex with women more. Some bis might think, you know, men have got the edge. But you know what? Each to their own. Live your own truth.
Listen to this. This is interesting. This reminds me of you. I have a story that I've always wanted to tell Rose.
Go on.
Because I know she understands the agony of being in love with a straight girl. Get this.
Yeah.
I fell in love with my straight best friend in high school and I loved her so much for 3 years. I eventually had to tell her and she was all, yeah, I kind of guessed, but obviously I'm straight. It ruined our friendship, but we both went off to college and moved on and we were never really close again. Kind of kept in touch a bit.
Okay.
Fast forward 4 years,
Yeah.
she came out as bi and now has a girlfriend.
Oh!
Can you imagine? I'm over it, I promise.
You're not over it. You can't believe it. You might be over it in the
That's
sense
hard.
that, oh my god, I'm over those romantic feelings, but oh my god, the shock value
It would make me think, oh, what was wrong with me that she's got a girlfriend, obviously had a first time with a different girl.
Yeah,
not
but you
me.
can't think like that. You've got to think that
She
you
might
were the seed that was in her
Yeah,
head.
she might not have been woke to her feelings back then. She might have thought she was straight because she's grown up in this heteronormative society
Chill
and just
out,
assumed
Rosie.
she was straight.
Chill out.
And if anything, it shows that you knew yourself way more because you were in touch and you were like, okay, you know, I like women.
Don't you kind of love the fact that you were like, yeah, I'm in love with you, and she was like, I'm straight. Wait, no, I'm not. 4 years later, it's like, honey, you've wasted some time. No offense. Not that there is a specific time or a rush to come out of the closet. It's not what I'm saying.
I wonder if she'll always think about you.
Give it 6 months, she'll come running. She'll come running.
Will her and her girlfriend last?
I'm loving this video. This should be a series.
I know.
Everyone's so interested.
If you want to submit a confession, it's my curious cat /Roxetera. I'll put it on the screen. I want to hear your confessions. I want to hear your love stories, how you fell in love, and I want to hear your fantasies. Write me your fantasy. It's anonymous. Soppy, embarrassing, sad confession. I always say I've given up on love and I'm going to dedicate my life to my career, not bother with the whole thing. But secretly, I want nothing more than to love and be loved as much as you two love each other. I'd never admit that to anyone though. That girl's so scared of being her, or she's been her. Let me tell you something though.
Okay.
Before me and Rose got together, I literally said, I'm never dating anyone, not going to date anyone for a year. I'm not going to fall in love, I'm not going to have any feelings.
11 weeks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't write anything off.
No.
Okay, concentrate on your career, fine, but don't write off love. Because some hot Postmates woman might walk in one day.
Oh, that's a fantasy I've never had.
With the lunch, oh God, 83 times, is it?
I'm a lesbian.
Ah.
I'm friends with my best friend. Is it Johan? Or is it Johan?
Johan, Rosie.
Johan for over 10 years now. I was able to meet up with him because he has a new girlfriend. Turns out his girlfriend is a girl I met on Tinder. We're sleeping together for months now. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
So she's sleeping with
her
Johan's
girlfriend, her best
girlfriend?
friend's girlfriend. And he has no idea.
Mate, I'm not being rude, but you're a piece of shit.
Who is? No, but she didn't know. They met on Tinder.
I'm sorry.
She's not a piece of shit.
I thought she knew.
No. She met
How
on
do you
Tinder.
know that she still does? She might
She
still
didn't know
know,
until
and
she
she's
met
still
Johan.
sleeping
Nah,
with her.
Well, maybe, but you can't stop once you've started. So they met on Tinder.
Yes, you
Her and the
can.
girl. In fact, the girl's a piece of shit because she started dating Johan.
Maybe
while
she
fucking
didn't
this girl.
know Johan and Anonymous were friends. Maybe we should blame Johan because he's a man.
I feel-
No, case closed. It's Johan's fault, all right? It's his fault. All right, guys, that's it for Rosie and I. That was really hardcore.
Yeah.
Way more hardcore than I thought
You
it was going to be.
imagine that?
Wow, I thought it was going to be
83
tame.
times
Like,
hardcore.
one time I read Willow and Tara erotic literature and I came.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, just
No,
me.
I want to know more. Want to know, as I said, confessions, love stories, fantasies. Tell me your fantasy and we'll be unqualified sex therapists.
I'd love to do
And
that.
honestly, like, I want to know, is it feet? What is it? And we'll tell you what trauma you've been
This is
through.
the longest outro I've ever fucking witnessed.
Oh, sorry, I was
It's
just
all right, Rosie,
speaking
don't
off
worry
the
about
top
it.
of my head.
Oh, it's so sweet. I love it when you have thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and we will see you this time next week. Mwah! Bye! 83 times. I get started. Move!